We often believe our lives are shaped by outside forces like luck, the economy, or the circumstances we were born into. When things go well, we credit good fortune. When they go badly, we blame the world around us. But the 1922 classic, The Magic of the Mind, offers a completely different perspective. It teaches that you are the architect of your own destiny, and your mind is where that destiny begins. According to this philosophy, your future is built one thought at a time. Every thought you repeatedly entertain becomes part of the life you create. Thoughts of confidence and purpose strengthen your future, while thoughts of fear and doubt weaken it. The quality of your life depends on the mental habits you practice every day. The book says that before you can build the life you want, you must first remove what it calls fear thought. Fear thought is more than feeling nervous during difficult moments. It is the constant habit of expecting failure, worrying about the future, or believing that something will go wrong. When this way of thinking becomes permanent, it slowly influences every decision you make. Instead of seeing opportunities, you notice obstacles. Instead of taking action, you hesitate. Fear quietly limits your potential by convincing you that success is out of reach. Someone who constantly worries about money begins making decisions from a place of scarcity. Someone who expects failure often avoids taking the very chances that could improve their life. According to The Magic of the Mind, fear thought blocks the creative power of the mind and keeps people from reaching their true potential. That is why eliminating fear is the first step toward changing your destiny. Once fear begins to disappear, the book introduces another important idea. There is a major difference between simply wishing for a better life and developing what it calls a positive, commanding will. Most people wish for success. They hope life will improve someday. But hope without conviction has very little power. A positive, commanding will is different. It means holding a clear picture of your goal with confidence and refusing to let doubt replace it. It is not about forcing life through endless effort or trying to control every situation. Instead, it is the quiet certainty that you are moving toward your chosen destination. The stronger and more consistent this mental picture becomes, the more your actions begin to match it. Decisions become easier. Opportunities become more visible. Confidence gradually replaces hesitation. Of course, maintaining that confidence is not always easy. Every day we are surrounded by negative influences. News headlines focus on problems. Friends share their fears. Society constantly reminds us of uncertainty and limitation. Without realizing it, these ideas enter the mind and begin shaping our beliefs. That is why The Magic of the Mind says, the conscious mind must become a sentinel standing guard at the gate of your consciousness. Imagine your mind as a doorway. Every thought that approaches wants permission to enter. Some thoughts make you stronger. Others weaken you. The sentinel decides which thoughts are allowed inside. When thoughts of fear, failure, illness, or scarcity appear, you simply refuse to accept them. You do not argue with them or give them your attention. You close the door and replace them with thoughts of confidence, strength, health, and abundance. Over time, this habit changes the messages your subconscious receives. Instead of feeding it fear, you begin filling it with thoughts that support the future you want to create. Once the gate is protected, the real construction of your destiny begins. The book compares your thoughts to bricks used in building a house. Every thought you hold becomes another brick placed into your future. If you spend your days replaying past mistakes, you continue building tomorrow with yesterday's disappointments. If you regularly focus on confidence, gratitude, and your goals, you build a much stronger foundation. This process does not happen overnight. Just as no building appears in a single day, your future is created through consistent effort. The key is consistency. A builder cannot lay several strong bricks and then destroy them with weak materials. In the same way, you cannot spend 1 hour believing in yourself and the rest of the day expecting failure. Your dominant thoughts always shape the final result. The more consistently you choose confidence over doubt, the stronger your mental foundation becomes. The book also explains that true willpower is often misunderstood. Many people think willpower means struggling harder than everyone else. But real mental strength is much quieter. It begins with controlling your attention. Most people scatter their mental energy across countless worries, distractions, and fears. As a result, very little power remains focused on what truly matters. A disciplined mind works differently. The book compares it to sunlight passing through a magnifying glass. When sunlight is spread across a large area, it produces warmth. But when it is focused into one point, it becomes powerful enough to ignite a flame. Your mind works the same way. Focused attention creates focused results. When you consistently direct your thoughts toward one clear goal, your subconscious receives a clear blueprint to follow. This leads to one of the book's central lessons. You must begin thinking like a master builder. Destiny is not something that happens by accident. It is not a lottery or a fixed script that cannot be changed. It is something you build. Every thought becomes part of the structure. Thoughts of courage, discipline, and confidence become strong building materials. Thoughts of resentment, hesitation, and self-pity weaken the structure you are creating. Just as every architect begins with a blueprint, your dominant mental images become the plans your subconscious follows. The subconscious does not decide what to build on its own. It simply follows the instructions you repeatedly provide. That is why your mental blueprint matters so much. If you constantly change your expectations, your progress becomes unstable. Imagine a builder who changes the design every few days. One week they build a small house. The next week, they decide to build a tower. Before long, nothing fits together. The same thing happens when your thoughts constantly shift between confidence and doubt. Success requires a stable blueprint. The more consistently you hold the same vision, the stronger your foundation becomes. Perhaps the most empowering message in The Magic of the Mind is that every moment gives you another opportunity to build. No matter what happened yesterday, you can choose different thoughts today. Instead of blaming circumstances, you can begin changing the blueprint. Instead of allowing fear to control your future, you can choose confidence and purpose. The book reminds us that your life is being built every second, whether you realize it or not. Its message is simple but powerful. You cannot build a life of achievement on a foundation of fear. By removing fear thought, guarding your mind against negative influences, and understanding that every thought becomes another brick in your future, you reclaim your role as the architect of your own destiny. The tools have always been in your hands. A positive, commanding will provides direction. A clear mental blueprint gives your life purpose. Consistent thoughts supply the building materials. Brick by brick, thought by thought, you create the future you will one day live. For more details on this topic, check out the corresponding article on our website. You can find the link in the description below. Thanks for watching.